beautiful smiles. Let me guess, you are excited to learn English with me again today, right? I knew it! Well, I'm more excited to continue our discussion with all of you today. And in case you forgot, I am your one and only Ma'am Karla, your tender, loving English teacher broadcaster. Last time, we studied sources of information, accessibility, and effectiveness. What did you learn about it? Or should I ask, did you learn something from it? Great! We reviewed the three types of sources, namely the primary, secondary, and tertiary sources. And we also discussed the specific information sources that may be used in accessing certain details or information, such as scholarly articles, books, government documents, news or magazine articles, and reference materials. Oh, do you still know them? Let's find out. As a review, I want you to complete this table right here. Identify the classification of the following documents. Tell me whether they fall under books, scholarly articles, reference materials, government documents, or news or magazine articles. Write your answers on a piece of paper. Number 1, dictionary. 2, presidential papers. 3, Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. 4, Philippine Journal of Psychology. 5, Manila Bulletin. 6, Professional Regulatory Commission or PRCID. 7, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. 8, Almanac. 9, Modern Studies in Architecture, Art, and Design. And 10, Philippine Magazine. We'll check that in 3, 2, 1. Time's up! Let's see if you got them correctly. For books, we have Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling and The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. For scholarly articles, we have Philippine Journal of Psychology and Modern Studies in Architecture, Art, and Design. For reference materials, we have dictionary and almanac. For government documents, we have presidential papers and PRCID. For news or magazine articles, we have Manila Bulletin and Philippine Magazine. Those smiles make me want to commend you. I'm sure you got a satisfying score in this activity, right? Good work, grade 10. You're on the right track now. Well, apart from the specific information sources that may be used in accessing certain details or information, we also learned that as readers, it is our responsibility to check the accessibility and effectiveness of any piece of information. Again, accessibility is the quality of being easy to find, obtain, and use. while effectiveness is the degree of being able to achieve the desired result based on the objective or purpose. And that is exactly what we are going to explore further today. Sources of information, accessibility, and effectiveness. So pluck up your courage and let's get going. Oh, hold on. You know what? I think we forgot to finish answering our starter activity the last time. Remember this? Yes, this was the warm-up activity I gave you last time. I asked you to examine this infographic that presented the symptoms of flu and its remedies. You also identify the sources or references you can use to find additional information about the topic presented. But what about question number 3? Is the information accessible and effective? What do you think? Well, as mentioned earlier, accessibility is the quality of being easy to find, obtain, and use. And since we discussed that we could refer to scholarly articles, such as research papers and medical studies, health magazines, and reference materials like encyclopedias to get information about the symptoms and remedies of flu, then we could say that this information is accessible. On the other hand, since this infographic served its purpose of informing people about the symptoms and remedies of flu, then this information is effective. Remember, effectiveness is the degree of being able to achieve the desired result based on the objective or purpose. And now, to explore the accessibility and effectiveness of various sources of information further, let's continue our discussion about it. Let's begin with accessibility. Information is considered accessible if we are able to find the data with ease and convenience. One of the best examples of this is the internet. What will you do if your history teacher asks you to write a movie review of an old Philippine historical film? Well, you could go to movie theaters and ask them for a copy of the film. But why bother if you could easily search the internet, right? See, accomplishing your history assignment is easier since you could conveniently find the specific Philippine historical film required with just one click. That explains accessibility. And oh, there are 4 types of accessibility. And we learned that last time, right? Could you recall what they are? Very good. They are text accessibility, image accessibility, audio accessibility, and video accessibility. Once more, take note that text accessibility refers to the arrangement of words for them to be easily accessed. Commonly, the most important details are placed in the top portion of the material or as the heading. Besides that, text style, which includes the size, color, and others, is also focused on this type. When making an infographic, be sure that the texts are clearly visible to the readers. Like this. Can we clearly read the words in this infographic? Yes, we can. The font style, the size, and the color of the texts that complement each other make the information easy to understand. Therefore, this infographic achieved text accessibility. Next, we have image accessibility. This refers to the additional information about the text or concept through a picture. So basically, This could be attained by adding images or graphics such as photos, signs, icons, or logos, and even textual aids like charts, diagrams, or maps that are related to the topic presented. The pictures used as alternatives to the text provide access to the content of the image. Therefore, the use of appropriate graphics is crucial. There we have it, a visual aid that explains image accessibility. Another is audio accessibility. This is the addition of information through audio or sound, like recording or music. Audio accessibility is highly beneficial for people who are visually impaired. Since the information is presented through an audio file, they could simply listen to it and know about the topic. Let's test your listening ability. I want you to listen to the audio recording that will be played with your eyes closed. Then answer the questions that follow. Hi, this is teacher Karla. My affair with books that started since I was young led me to major in English in college. And since I love being challenged, I decided to pursue a master's degree in English language teaching in one of the top universities here in the Philippines. My love for learning taught me the importance of sharing my knowledge with others, especially my excellent ability to communicate in English. I have been an English teacher for almost 5 years now. My expertise in teaching English is both for the young and adult learners. I am friendly and outgoing, and that's why I consider myself an expert in creating engaging conversations about anything under the sun. I know that learning English is pretty challenging, but as a flexible teacher, I make sure that my students are relaxed, excited, and given enough chances to speak up and express themselves, and to share their ideas openly. I find it very fulfilling when I see them progress and develop their skills, as well as when they become successful in their chosen careers. After all, the success of every student is the biggest reward of every teacher. Now, open your eyes and answer the following questions. Number 1, what resulted from teacher Karla's affair with books since she was young? That's right. Teacher Karla's love for reading books led her to take English as a major in college. Number 2, how long has she been an English teacher? Very good. She has been an English teacher for 5 years now. Number 3, why does teacher Karla consider herself an expert when it comes to initiating engaging conversations about anything under the sun? You got it! She characterizes herself as friendly and outgoing, which makes her consider herself as an expert when it comes to initiating engaging conversations about anything under the sun. Number 4, teacher Karla concluded that the success of every student is the biggest reward of every teacher. What does that mean? Aha! Well, the objective of a teacher is to teach his or her students. This includes teaching them not just the core academic skills like science, mathematics, and reading, but also inspiring them to be confident, responsible, competitive, and successful citizens of this nation. Teachers are overjoyed when that happens. And number 5, are you convinced to study English after listening to teacher Karla? Did you say yes? Wow! I'm flattered! It's my pleasure. Thank you. That is audio accessibility. We learned certain details about teacher Karla by listening to the recording. And you understand every part of it because you concentrated on it. That's why paying attention to all your lessons is very important. And video accessibility. An accessible video can be useful to anyone. But like audio accessibility, video accessibility can also be highly advantageous for people with certain impairments. Remember, video accessibility provides additional information through listening and viewing skills. With this in mind, do you consider this video episode accessible? If you think so, then congratulations! That means you really understand our lesson with the help of this learning material. Once more, they are text accessibility, image accessibility, audio accessibility, and video accessibility. Through them, information can be easily perceived and understood by any of our senses. And effectiveness. As mentioned earlier, effectiveness is the degree of being able to achieve the desired result based on the objective or purpose. So if this video lesson's purpose was accomplished, then this learning material is effective. But are you aware of the purpose of this episode? Great! That is to teach you about the accessibility and effectiveness of information. Oh, I'm relieved! I guess the effectiveness of information in our lesson today was really achieved. Always remember, learning English may be difficult at first, but if you put your heart in it, you will surely love it. Again, I am Ma'am Karla. Heart your service.